Hi there, I'm Karen Antara and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my July energy report. It's the 1st of July 2025 that I'm recording this, and I've called this video "The Changing of the Guard Becomes a Reality," because there is a changing of the guard happening. It's happening right now before our very eyes if we have the eyes to see it. Now, whether or not you want to call this the golden age or the new earth, whatever it is, it's undeniable that something is happening here. There is a big change in, the planetary dynamics or the frequencies or the dimensional shifts that are occurring, the shift of consciousness. All of that is undeniable. And whilst it is all perfect, it's not pretty. It's not all rainbows and lollipops, is it? There is light and dark playing out here. And it's not pretty to watch when we look at what's happening on the planet around us, when we look at the earth, the suffering that is occurring all around the planet. And I'm sad to say that it's probably going to get worse before it gets better, because that's the nature of things. When we deconstruct or we pull down something so that we can build something new in its place, none of that is pretty. This is a spiritual war, and we must be really careful that we don't get caught up, in the doom and gloom and the trauma of what is playing out around us on the earth. In fact, I would go so far as to say that doom and gloom and the devastation and the trauma is a deliberate energy loosh. That's what I think. It feels so real, doesn't it, when you look at all of that stuff? And it's really easy to say, oh, this is just a simulation. This is just a dream. We are just characters in a type of video game playing our part. And yeah, I see that. I really do. And it feels so real here, doesn't it? And it feels real because we completely get absorbed into it. Everything that's going on here. But that is the trap right there. So we need to remember that it's only a very small part of our consciousness that is here in this physical body, in this reality. But we become super engaged in what we're doing here and everything that's going on around us. And we forget that this much larger part of ourselves is, in a different frequency level, and it's just this small part that's dropped in to this experience. Because when we're here, it feels so real, and we focus on jobs and families and relationships and holidays, and we get involved in politics and making money and, Hollywood and social media and what he said and what she said and what they did and how I can never get ahead, or things that I can't afford, or how great I am, how great we are here, how successful everyone is, how successful I am, how I spend all my time sitting around on a beach drinking cocktails, I wish. But all of that stuff, we get engaged in what this place has to offer us. Some people struggle, some people seem very abundant, some people are genuine, other people are liars. Let's be honest, it's social media after all. But the point is, in all of the distractions that are here, we forget to go inward into our heart sanctuary. And even if we know on an intellectual level that we are more than just a physical body, that we are a soul or a spirit having a human experience. Some people call this a meat suit. I've never liked that expression. But the point is, the majority of the people seem quite happy to have their memory wiped, completely erased, each time they die and reincarnate. We are told that we have to have soul lessons to learn things before we can ascend or move to the next level or graduate from Earth School. Now, I know of no other school that wipes your memory at the end of the school year of everything you've learned beforehand. How would you ever progress if they just took away all of your learning like that all the time? It's not a natural process, I don't think. It's the astral plane. They do that. It's where we go when we die. It's another level of dimensional control, in a sense. Just like 3D Earth is a matrix, the astral plane is a dimensional control system as well, in my experience. It's not an enlightened plane, that's for sure. And your Akashic record really is just a program. It doesn't really offer you true freedom or allow you to move beyond the matrix. It just keeps feeding past lives, soul contracts, more and more karmic imposition, things that you have to travel through all the time. And with all of that, there's a whole load of emotional energy that's being released and being sucked up by someone. It's a trick, in a way, isn't it? It keeps you recycling, and your energy fuels that system. But with all of that said, I don't think we're doomed here at all. Might feel hard, it might feel challenging right now, but I don't think we're doomed, because I remember things from being outside, beyond this matrix, looking in here, watching myself in here. So watching myself from a higher level of myself having this experience. You may have had that too. And I remember what I came here to do. I didn't always remember, but I do now. So as I've cleaned away some of these heavier energies from childhood stuff or emotional stuff, and we've all got that heavy emotional stuff until we work on ourselves. That's that shadow work that people like to bypass. But anyway, it's valuable to do it. So as I've cleared that away bit by bit, I can remember more. More comes to light, in a sense. And I remember more. And this is how it should be. If we are aligning to organic ascension and the awakening timeline, we should be evolving and remembering and waking up to much more of that. And those that are doing that work and staying on the path, they are the new light leaders. This is the changing of the guard as well. And they hold the codes and the templates for this new earth, because we come from a place before this. We fell into this density and suffered the amnesia, just like everybody else. And there's a whole shift occurring now as we begin to reclaim those memories, or that sovereignty, if you like, and we begin to recreate everything at a whole new frequency. And of course, it's not just us. This is a planetary thing as well. So it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal. No wonder the other guys don't really want us waking up and getting into this frequency. So there have been certain people and beings who have held all the power here. These people didn't have your best interests at heart, and they never will, let's say. So they don't have a direct connection with Source, whereas you do. I'm hoping that you still do. They need you to survive. They need your power. But you don't need them when you're in your power. So we're in that time of great change now. I'm seeing big earth movements, dimensional shifts, and amazing opportunities for growth. And I think in July, moving into August, this is a massive time for growth. I really would encourage you, if you know that you've been needing to do some inner work or, get a little bit clear so that you can elevate your consciousness, I really encourage you to get on with this now. It's almost like time is ticking, right? It's now. Come on, you need to do this now. So At the same time that this beautiful shift of consciousness is taking place, the controllers are coming up with a massive push to try to control you, to keep that control over you in any way that they can. So that is also ramping up. So we've got, the push towards the light ramping up, and we've got the darkness ramping up to try and take the control as well. So it's really like that. In a sense, it could go either way on a personal level. It really does feel like a battle to keep hold of your soul right now. And many people are actually selling out, which is a sad thing because they don't even realize that they're selling out. At least the Hollywood celebrities know when they've sold their soul, right? But, for the rest of us, the manipulative games that are going on, worldwide now, it's very much more covert. So I'm seeing people fall for the tricks, hook, line, and sinker, and they're aligning onto a completely different timeline than where I think they really would like to be if they could have seen the full picture first. So the energy of the new earth is all about authenticity, truth, integrity. That's it. You cannot be aligned and in the flow of that new earth energy if you are not aligned at that level. So you can't be out of integrity or telling untruth or not being genuine and authentic and expect to be there. It's kind of like, well, you can't lie about frequency and energy. You can't trick that. You can say a certain thing, but the frequency, the vibration, the whole of what's written in your energy field, you can't lie about that. So it's almost like truth, authenticity, integrity. That's the coding that needs to be in your energy field, in your DNA, kind of for you to gain entry into that new earth next level, or whatever you want to call that. Can't be there if you're not genuinely aligned to it. So this is all about you. It's about your soul, your spirit, your codes, your DNA, and the memory that you hold in the cells of your body. Now, none of that can be perfectly replicated. They could try to copy it, try to clone it, but it would never be perfect because they are not able to recreate the original divine code, that kind of spark of life that is inside of you, that is inside of your heart, in every cell of your body, really. So it's really important that you recognize the perfection that you are in your true and genuine and authentic state. This is not a time to try to manipulate things to look a certain way. This is time to be that. It's genuinely time to do the work you need to do so that you can be true and authentic. This is time to shape up, basically, to tell the truth and be you. We're only interested in you. We're not interested in you trying to be someone else, not trying to copy or model someone else's style, someone else's writing, someone else's creation. This is all about you and what you have to bring to the party, truly and authentically you. And as we come into that true alignment fully, that's why we are seeing a changing of the guard. Those who are desperately clinging on to something, trying to make things work desperately, maybe changing who they appear to be in order to be successful or look successful. Soon enough, those people are going to fade away. You won't see them anymore. Those who are in truth will begin to rise as they are carrying the codes of this future timeline that we're creating now. So I saw that the old earth begins to crumble, and along with it, those who are just here to experience at a low frequency level. That's going off on one timeline, if you like. And then on that false timeline where they tried to copy the original earth, there are those being seduced onto that timeline as well. And the people on that timeline, we could call that the false ascension matrix, or the transhumanism as well. It's all along that same timeline. Those are the ones that didn't stay true to their heart or protect their soul, and they didn't really honor their DNA and what was held within them, that essence of them. And then there are the rest of us who are holding our codes intact and remembering what was taken from us and what went before, so that we can find our way home, not in terms of dying and going, not outside of this body, but really back into our home that is within us, our heart. We're remembering what has been taken from us and buried in the land, beneath false grids, beneath false timelines, where these beautiful sites within the earth have been hidden and built upon by layers and layers of other belief systems and dogma. So we're remembering all of that. We're reconnecting with the earth at a deep level, and we're finding our way home through the earth. We are uncovering the truth. We are reactivating the grids back into wholeness and sovereignty. And it's our work to really peel back those layers and understand and remember. And all of this takes place within our ascension temple, which is our body. And if you'd like to explore that more and talk more at this level, I did create the New Earth Ascension template. It's my membership space where we can come in and talk about all of this and much more. And I do several live classes every month and several conscious conversation discussions with you every month. And, I want to give you a space where we can explore and thrash this around a little bit outside of social media, because I see on social media it's getting very nasty. It's very aggressive. You put up a statement of your belief, what you have experienced, and you get slammed by many, many people who are not on that same wavelength. And it's really quite savage. So I created a space where we could discuss anything we want to discuss about this without being attacked. And for many of us, that feels like a blessing. Many of us have memory of other lives where we've been hunted for the truth that we hold within us. And so I wanted to create a beautiful, safe space. And I've also got a space called Sanctuary for our personal growth. And that's just open to a small group of people to work together very closely. So I'll put all the details of that underneath, in the notes underneath this video. If you're interested, just let me know. But I think overall, to sum this up, is just to say that we're in a very difficult time right now. And we're also in a very exciting time right now. So it really depends how you're going to view it. I've noticed, occasionally I watch the TV news to see what they're saying, and I can feel the frequency of the TV. It's very, very jarring and unsettling to my body, to my energy field. We could say that that's fake news. It probably is, but my body doesn't like the feel of it. And when I look at the images of what they're putting there, it's absolute horror. Now remember that an image goes straight away into your subconscious mind. It's one of the quickest ways to actually traumatize someone, by showing them these terrible images. And when we focus on things like that are happening in the world, whether it's on TV or on social media, it's very disturbing to our beautiful, sensitive hearts, and we mustn't lose touch with that part. When we're traumatized, it's very easy to shut down that emotional part of our body, and just go through life. But really, what we want to do is heal the heart so that we can come back into the fullness of our heart and feel love and compassion. Again, that's where we need to focus. So, when I look at the world and I look at what's on the news and I look at the way people behave on social media, and the more recent thing that's been very disturbing to me is reading a lot of the posts written by AI, um, because there's a particular frequency in those posts, and I feel it, it's like a visceral feeling, really. Very jarring to my energy body, and I know that it's not good there. And so I really am steering away from any post that I can immediately identify as AI, because it's very, very sinister. Last month, I did a class in the Ascension Temple that is all about artificial intelligence, transhumanism, the false ascension matrix, and how it affects our energy body. So if you want to know more about that, you can come along and join in the Ascension Temple and have a listen and have a read of what we've got there about that, and many other subjects as well, because this is all about uncovering, remembering who we truly are, remembering what has been hidden from us here. And so we really are in a process. This is the part I find very exciting now about this changing of the guard, is that we really are in a process of uncovering, of remembering the truth that is within us, that is written in our cells. And I find that beautifully uplifting and exciting, and I hope you do too. So if you have any questions about this video, let me know. Any comments, any thoughts, and thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Okay, bye-bye for now.